The chief guarantees of freedom under any government, no matter how popular and respected, is the right of the citizens to keep and bear arms. The right of citizens to bear arms is just one guarantee against arbitrary government, one safeguard against tyranny, which now appears remote in America, but which historically has always proven to be possible. Hubert Humphrey. He was right on that too. I noticed as I was walking around here that we have some folks out at the fringe of the crowd who are not supportive of the mission of the folks here today, and that's fine. This is America. They have the right to speak and be heard. So do we. A right is something you don't have to ask permission for. We have the right to keep and bear arms, not because guns are fun, even though frankly I think guns are fun. We have the right to keep and bear arms because that is an expression of the basic human right of self-defense. And that's not a right just for balding middle-aged Jew science fiction writers either. Applies to all you two, applies to them, applies to those folks out in the parking lot. These are rights, not privileges. This was understood in America for a long time and is being understood again now. I gotta tell you a story about a grouchy little old lady. There was a time when voter registration was a real issue in this country, not Acorn registering Mickey Mouse, but real Americans. People who've been born here, grown up, who paid their taxes, who worked hard, who were not allowed to vote because of the color of their skin. And a whole bunch of folks, including one of my personal heroes, Professor Jolson from Hamline University, a great conservative and one of the founding fathers of Second Amendment activism in Minnesota, went down south to register voters. A little old lady did too. She was at that point 74 years old in 1958. And the Klan had put $25,000 on her head if she went down south. Think what $25,000 was worth back in 1958. The FBI went to this little old grouchy lady and said, "You can't go. It's not safe. We can't protect you." And Eleanor Roosevelt said to them, "I didn't ask for your damn protection. I promised and I'm going." She got herself a bodyguard, a younger woman of only 71 years old. And she had her snubby revolver that she'd had since she'd been the First Lady. They flew down to the Nashville airport. They got in a rented car without any protection from anybody else. They set that snubby revolver on the seat between them, and they drove off into the night. And they came back. Because that's really what about this fundamental right of self-defense is about. It's not about my desire for new toys that go bang, although I love those. It's about the right of the people to be safe to protect themselves. Yeah. The Second Amendment you were just read, it did not say, let me give you the Barack Obama version. Despite my friends from PETA, I don't have all that much against duck hunting. That's not what the Second Amendment says. It says in modern language, since it's obvious that if people can't protect themselves, the country will go to hell in a handbasket, the right of the people to keep and bear arms is not to be messed with. Yeah! Yeah! In other crowds, frankly, I would use a different word than mess, but I'm trying to be polite here today. Unlike most of the other of the Bill of Rights, it doesn't say that government shall make no law infringing. It says nobody gets to mess with your right to keep and bear arms. Because it is a right, not a privilege. It's a right of all of us. We had a revolution here in Minnesota back in 2003. Some of you may remember. After a quarter century of bureaucrats know best carry